PO Sports Talk. I'm Ed Gottwald along with Joel Rainier, who, as you can see, is kind of decked out in his Phillies gear. Tonight's the opening night of the World Series. I'm not sure when you're going to be watching this, but this is when we're recording it.
You mean actually after work tonight?
He's ready.
That's not happening the rest of the week.
All right, here we are entering the 9th week of the high school football season, and amazingly, it's not supposed to rain this Friday. That would be something different, that's for sure. So let's take a look at the games this week. Friday, we have Chambersburg at Carlisle at 7 o'clock. Greencastle's at Waynesboro for a 7:30 game. Mechanicsburg's at James Buchanan at 7. Redlands at Shippensburg at 7. And on Saturday, Mercersburg Academy hosts Petty at 2. Chambersburg Carlisle, this is must win for Chambersburg. Obviously, last week didn't go like anybody had planned, except for Dauphin. That puts Chambersburg at 4-4, and if they finish 5-5, they still have a chance to get in the playoffs. Right now, they're 15th in the power ratings in Quad A. So they have to get a win this week and hope things, work out for the playoffs.
Yeah, last week really didn't go well. It kind of showed some of the problems Chambersburg's having. One, they can't fall behind because they have no passing game. Those two kind of have really taken them out of some things. And secondly, their defense has given up way too many big plays. CD didn't have to pummel once last week.
Yeah, that was a little surprising. I think maybe some teams are starting to figure out Chambersburg's offense a little bit. And they did come back in Susquehanna Township, but they had plenty of time to do it. You're right about the passing there. They just haven't been very sharp on that yet this year. Carlisle only has 2 wins, though, so they have a decent shot for a win this week.
Chambersburg, you could just see that CD had more enthusiasm and wanted to win more than Chambersburg. I mean, that was one of the things that stood out. You could hear, third quarter, you could hear the CD bench still getting fired up, and it was 28-35 nothing. And Coach even, remarked on that after the game. It just didn't seem like they were into a game, and that's kind of hard to believe, knowing that, how much was on the line, and it was homecoming night. So.
Yeah, now sometimes that works against you. So
that's true.
Hopefully it'll be a little different outcome this week. Greencastle is that suddenly resurgent Waynesboro. Greencastle coming off 2 straight losses, Waynesboro coming off 2 straight wins.
I don't think you would have predicted that last week, that Greencastle would be in a downturn and Waynesboro would be looking at a winning streak. But Waynesboro's used a steady running diet of Greg Wade, and Greencastle hasn't seemed to get anything going the last couple of weeks except turning the ball over 9 times in 2 games. Ain't going to cut it.
Well, they're probably looking forward to a non-rainy Friday because that apparently has hurt them on the turnover department.
Right.
Mechanicsburg got James Buchanan, and the Rockets were the big surprise last week. Paul Meyer came in 4-3 and 3-0 in the division, and JB put a 19-6 licking on them. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
No, I don't think so. I mean, they figured out that they got to get the ball to Tyson Keith somehow, some way, with 11 touchdowns this year. And Mechanicsburg is probably the surprise of the Mid-Penn, starting 0-4, now 4-4. So they'll be facing a hot team when they kick off on Friday.
And plus, by winning last week, I think that took away any chance of Mechanicsburg looking past JB.
Right.
But they've been doing pretty well on offense. Just they're going to have a hard time holding Mechanicsburg down.
Yeah, they got 5 turnovers last week. That would be nice if they could kind of come close to that this week.
Then we have Redland at Shippensburg. Shippensburg is not ranked in the District 3 rankings right now. They're 4-4. There are some other 4-4 teams that are ranked ahead of them. So we're not really sure they really have a good chance for districts. But if they can finish with 2 wins, then you never know what. It depends on what other people do. But
you'd expect the 6-4 team to have a pretty solid shot at making it. I would think. But Ship's been the team that nobody can figure out. When you expect them to win, they lose. When you expect them to lose, they win. So Kade Statum's really he's closing in on the top rushing mark at Shippensburg since we've started keeping stats here with set by Vegas Taylor, 1,607. So.
Well, I'm going to predict Shippensburg for a tie this week.
There you go.
That's the only thing left because I predicted them to win or lose, and it doesn't make much difference. Okay, thanks for joining us for PO Sports Talk. Have a good week and enjoy.